Hello, and welcome to Select 10. If you enjoy stories that take you to magical places, thrilling adventures, then this video is for you. We put together a list of the top 10 best fantasy web series, accessible on Netflix, Amazon Prime, and other streaming services. From mythical monsters to enticing magic, these 10 web series have it all, where extraordinary things become a reality. So, whether you enjoy adventurous new stories or timeless classics, these fantasy series will pique your interest and make you desire more magical experiences. Now let's start the video. Number 10. The Letter for the King. It is a historical fantasy show based on the classic Dutch book by Tonke Dragt. The plot revolves around Thierry, a teenage boy who is thrown into an uncertain situation when a dying knight gives him a critical message for the king. To complete his goal, Thierry travels over perilous regions and faces several foes in order to pass on an important message that may safeguard the entire nation from catastrophe. The series is action-packed, mysterious, and suspenseful, with a typical adventure narrative approach. There are many obstacles in Thierry's path, including magical forces, terrible opponents, and mountains covered in ice. Along the journey, he makes alliances and meets a collection of other peoples, all of whom have their own set of abilities and experiences. The story's core themes center on destiny and what it takes to become a hero, as Thierry struggles with his uncertainties and anxieties as he develops into the realm's guardian. Overall, the show stands out thanks to its lavish set design, engaging plot, and well-rounded cast of characters. It effectively incorporates elements of conventional fantasy with contemporary beliefs, catering to a wide range of viewers. It will appeal to both newbies and fans of the genre, mainly because it explores classic issues from an imaginative viewpoint. Number 9. The Willow. It is a 2022 fantasy adventure series and a continuation of the beloved 1988 film of the same name, directed by Ron Howard. The show expands the magical world of Anduin by bringing back beloved characters and adding new ones. Decades after the end of the first movie, the story picks up and centers on Willow Ufgood, a modest farmer who becomes a wizard. The main storyline centers on an emerging class of warriors who go out on a perilous mission to protect their planet from the Gales, a rising force that threatens world peace. The series preserves the original film's lighthearted and adventurous tone while diving deeper into the mythology and history of its fantasy universe. As the youthful heroes seek Willow's assistance, they come across numerous magical creatures, cruel rivals, and old mysteries that make their quest more dangerous. The story highlights themes of bravery, fellowship, and fate, while fusing action-packed scenes with character building and thoughtful moments. Overall, the series stands out for its mix of nostalgic aspects and innovative storytelling, while skillfully paying homage to the original movie's essence, presenting fresh plotlines and character development for a modern audience. Number 8. The Winter King. It is a 2023 historical fantasy drama series based on Bernard Cornwell's The Warlord Chronicles trilogy. Although the show struggled to connect with the audience, its reimagining of the King Arthur legend is enjoyable if you are looking for an unconventional fantasy story. The narrative centers on Arthur Pendragon, a warlord who is trying to reunite Britain against Saxon invaders. Other important characters include the mysterious wizard Merlin, Arthur's love interest Guinevere, and Derfel, a devoted warrior. The series adds additional depth to the Arthurian legend while maintaining a gritty and serious tone that emphasizes the human qualities of its characters and the bleakness of the world they live in. The show is full of action as Arthur and his friends face off against strong opponents, including competing rulers and the constant threat posed by the Saxons. Overall, The Winter King presents an unusual interpretation of the Arthurian legend, striking a balance between historical reliability and creative narrative. It has engaging storylines and strong character development, making it appealing to both fantasy and historical drama fans. Number 7. The Nevers. It is a 2021 sci-fi fantasy drama series created by Joss Whedon. The show takes place in the Victorian era and blends historical drama and fantastical elements while adding a unique supernatural touch. The show revolves around two main characters, Penance Adair, a bright young innovator, and Amelia True, an unknown and witty widow. Collectively, they are the leaders of a group of people called the Touched, people who exhibit amazing powers out of the blue. The primary plot is their battle to defend and hide the Touched, while learning more about the origins of their abilities and a bigger plot that poses a danger to their very existence. The show keeps the dark, daring tone that characterizes Whedon's work while introducing new layers of mystery and suspense, filled with action-packed sequences, deep character development, and thought-provoking dialogues. Throughout the narrative, the protagonists deal with ominous epidemics, unknown enemies, their personal problems, and aggressive government agents that hunt them. All things considered, The Nevers distinguishes itself from other works in the genre with its inventive narrative and character-driven storylines, which strike a balance between the nostalgic aspects of Whedon's work and new, unique twists. Number 6. The Wheel of Time. It is a 2021 epic fantasy series based on Robert Jordan's beloved book series. The show vividly depicts a highly complex world full of politics, magic, and predictions dating back thousands of years. The main character is Moiraine Damodar, a leader of the mighty magicians group, Aes Sedai, who sets out on a mission to locate the Dragon Reborn, an individual predicted to either save or destroy the entire universe. On her quest, Moiraine is accompanied on her search by 5 young villagers, and together they make their way across a world on the verge of anarchy, coming across sinister forces and discovering dark secrets about Dragon Reborn. The series adds contemporary artistic touches while preserving the grandiose and vast tone of the classic books. The main plot combines unclear storytelling with thrilling action sequences, tackling issues of sacrifice, influence, and fate. Every episode has fantastical monsters, evil foes, that increase the danger of their mission. As a whole, The Wheel of Time is remarkable for its accurate recreation of Jordan's universe, skillfully striking a balance between new aspects to appeal to a wider audience and nostalgia for book lovers. Number 5. Miracle Workers. It is a 2019 anthology fantasy comedy series created by Simon Rich. Each season features new stories and personalities while keeping the same cast. The first season, titled Heaven Company, features an innovative and funny take on heavenly government, with God, portrayed by Steve Buscemi, as a dissatisfied boss plotting to wipe out planet Earth. The primary characters are 2 low-level angels, Craig and Eliza, who work together to accomplish a hopeless petition and demonstrate the value of mankind. Their attempts at saving the world through a succession of poignant and humorous challenges form the core plot. The show keeps a playful and sarcastic style, injecting satire and humor into each episode, while going further into themes of redemption, meaning, and trust. The highlight of the series is their memorable interactions, whereby they overcome both celestial and terrestrial barriers, while attempting to contrive miracles in ever more absurding and inventive ways. In general, Miracle Workers is a fun and interesting series that stands out for its inventive writing and endearing acting. Plus, it also offers a new and humorous viewpoint on deep issues and creativity. Number 4. Lovecraft Country. It is a 2020 horror fantasy drama series based on the book by Matt Ruff. The show takes place in 1950s America and chronicles Atticus Freeman, his companion Letitia, and his uncle George on an adventure throughout the partitioned nation in search of Atticus's lost father. The primary plot revolves around their voyage as they discover sinister secrets and come across both natural and paranormal terrors. The series adds rich levels of historical perspective and commentary on society, in addition to engaging and devoted storytelling. At its core, it tackles themes of discrimination, ancestry, and the struggle for survival, while fusing intense horror sequences with gripping plots and nuanced emotional scenes. As the characters face monster creatures and horrific power, they deal with the terror of systematic prejudice and their own inner nightmares. Overall, Lovecraft Country shines out for its daring storytelling, which provides a fresh and thought-provoking perspective on the horror fantasy genre that is relevant to present-day issues. Number 3. Moon Knight. It is a 2022 superhero fantasy action series created by Jeremy Slater. The show presents Mark Spector, a Marine who was diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder and can transform into the Egyptian moon god, Khonshu. The show revolves around Mark's battle to maintain a healthy balance between his 3 personas: mercenary Mark Spector, civilized Stephen Grant, and superhero Moon Knight, all the while exposing a deadly plot with ties to Egyptian mythology. The key plot follows Mark as he faces off against cults and demonic threats, in addition to other enemies from his past. The show fuses elements of action-packed superheroes with psychological drama as Mark experiences obstacles that put his fortitude and courage to the test, while he comes across legendary creatures, vicious foes, and his own broken mind. Overall, Moon Knight is a fascinating addition to the superhero and fantasy genres that explores deeper psychological concepts while providing exciting action. Number 2. Alchemy of Souls. It is a fantasy mystery series directed by Park Yoon-hwa. The main character of the series is Naxu, an experienced warrior whose spirit is imprisoned in the mortal form of Mu Deok, a blind lady who serves Jang Uk, an aspiring prince from a wealthy family who asks for her assistance to alter his destiny. Their interwoven destinies are followed in the main plot as they traverse a realm full of magical creatures, cunning political schemes, and prohibited love. The narrative features clever plot turns, excellent character evolution, action-packed sequences, and heartbreaking emotional moments that keep you entertained all the time. The story develops as Naxu and Janguk face many obstacles, such as opposing magicians, magical beings, and their own shifting emotions, which makes their path increasingly perilous and transformative. Overall, Alchemy of Souls is a unique and appealing take on the fantasy romance genre that will appeal to fans of both magical adventures and romantic dramas. Number 1. Penny Dreadful. It is a 2014 dark fantasy horror series created by John Logan. The show is set in Victorian London and combines legendary figures from classic novels such as Dr. Frankenstein, Dorian Gray, and Dracula into an unsettling and macabre story. The show follows Vanessa Ives, a mystery woman with magical skills, and her companions, Sir Malcolm Murray and Ethan Chandler, as they battle forces of darkness and unearth sinister mysteries related to odd happenings across the country. The show has an eerie, ambient tone right from the beginning, giving well-known fictional characters and topics new viewpoints. Throughout every season, characters encounter terrifying monsters, evil stories, and their own personal inner darkness, undergoing drastic changes that put their bravery and humanity to the test. Overall, Penny Dreadful is a thrilling and innovative addition to the world of fantasy horror, fusing new and inventive storylines with timeless literary references that keep you interested from start to finish. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. And do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.